Hello, welcome. We've been camping at Guadalupe River State Park this weekend, and we got up this morning. It was pretty chilly, 32 degrees, so I'm kind of bundled up right now. But anyway, I posted a video a few weeks ago about my hike on the Lone Star hiking trail, and this is the cook kit that I used, which is totally, completely made out of stuff you can find around the house. So I wanted to walk you through what I've got here. This strap is just a hairband that I use to kind of keep it all together. Let me take everything out and I'll walk you through everything that I've got in there. Okay, this is just a 1-pound coffee can, steel coffee can, and if you see these little lines on here, ridges on here, those are nice because they're at certain, just by coincidence, they're at certain volumetric measurements. So this first line is 10 ounces, and then it goes up about 4 to the second one, 4, 4, 4, and then another 10 up to the top. So it holds plenty of water to cook 2 meals, or coffee or hot chocolate or whatever you want. These are cups or bowls. I like to keep 2 so that I can have maybe soup and hot chocolate at the same time, or if there's 2 of us traveling, then we each have a bowl or a cup. And I just made these out of wheat germ containers. When I was looking for something that would slide down in here real nice and easy, but was, you know, as big as possible, I scoured the pantry and I found these and they fit perfectly, so I just cut them down to size and they slide right down in there. I've got a little lighter in there. This is just a little plastic vial that I keep some matches and a striking surface in. This is just a little towel that I use mainly as a pot holder when the pot is hot over the stove. This is just a plastic fork you can get anywhere. I did have to cut it down to size to fit down in here, and I'll be totally honest with you, it's a little too small and short. I don't like that. So I did buy, this is the only thing I bought, was this folding titanium spoon. So it folds like that. Open it up, you slide this down, and then you have a full-size spoon. I bought this particular one because it goes into, or it fits inside the pot like this. I don't have to stick it in vertically. It fits like this, and I'll explain why that's important a little bit later. Anyway, but you don't have to buy that spoon. You can just use a regular plastic spoon that you can get anywhere. This is the lid, which actually the coffee can came with a plastic lid which wouldn't work over a fire. This is from a tomato, sliced tomatoes can. It's a little bit bigger around, and I used a safety can opener which actually kind of breaks the seal of this, and it pops right off instead of cutting that out. And then I just drilled a little hole in it and tied a little loop of paracord with a knot on either end on this side and this side, and that serves as the lid. And then this is my stove, and there's kind of 3 parts to this. There's the stove itself, which is this. This is a windscreen I made, and then this is just a fuel container. The stove I made out of a Coke can, and there's lots of, it's an alcohol stove. It burns denatured alcohol. There are a lot of designs out there. I like this one because you can make it out of 1 Coke can. This was Halcon, H-A-L-C-O-N, so if you do a Google search on that, you'll find it. The windscreen is 2 Coke cans that I cut the top and the bottom off of, and I just connected them right here. And the way it works is, if that's the stove, there's the pot, and then the windscreen goes around like so. And then I just took a hole punch and punched holes in the bottom so that I could get adequate airflow for the flame. And then this is just a round container that I found. My wife was using this for, I don't know what, shampoo or makeup remover or something. Anyway, it fit perfectly inside here. So this is what I use for my fuel. You can, you know, use anything you find around the house that fits the way you need it to. And then this was a leftover container from Wilderness Wash that we had used, and it fits down in there as well. Now let me show you how it all goes in there. So first, one of the cups goes in, or bowls, slides down in there. You can see I had the windscreen rolled up like so. It slides in here, and then this slides right down in there like that. Then you take the stove with the fuel bottle kind of slid into the stove, and that goes down like that. Then we take the additional fuel container and we kind of, and there's a little bit of a tight fit, but we kind of just gently slide that down in there next to it. Little pocket over here on the side, that's for the lighter. Other pocket for on the other side for the matches. And then the spoon slides right down there like that. And then I just kind of tuck the rag in. The other bowl goes upside down over the top of everything, kind of keep it all in place, and then the lid. And I put the band back around it, and there you have it. And that whole package probably weighs about 10 ounces. So 10 ounces and absolutely free from items around the house if you want to do that. And if you don't believe that the stove works, let me show you this little clip of me cooking with it while I was on the Lone Star hiking trail. It does work. It takes a little bit of practice to figure out how much alcohol you're going to need, which is going to vary depending on air temperature and water temperature and whether or not there's a little bit of wind and how much water you're trying to boil. But yeah, just a little bit of practice and you'll get it figured out. So that's the stove in its kind of cheapest and lightest form. Now, before you go, let me show you one option. If you're not too keen on using the alcohol stove, we will now use a butane propane fuel canister with this little BRS 3000 stove. Kind of works the same way. This fits perfectly inside this cup. So we'll slide that down first. Put the stove in there. And here's where the fact that the spoon fits this way is important, because if I had to put it in like this, there wouldn't be enough room. But because it goes down like this, and actually I can do two if I'm going to be traveling with somebody, those go down in there like that. I still go ahead and take a lighter and some matches and my rag and put this cup over the top of all that, lid, and the band. And there you have it. Still really lightweight. Little different option if you're not comfortable using the alcohol stove. You have a conventional propane butane mix stove. So there it is. Stove, very lightweight, and can be made pretty much with everything from around the house.